Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Northeast Wrestling Events Center. We are counting down the weeks, counting down the days, the hours, the moments until Northeast Wrestling returns to the historic Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. It all happens on Saturday night, October 1st, and what a card that we have for you. History will be made because the man everyone's talking about, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash, will be in Poughkeepsie. The most controversial man perhaps in all of wrestling right now is going to make his presence known. What does he have in store for us? We're all going to find out together on October 1st. Also, we've got a triple main event, 3 matches that can be a main event pretty much anywhere in the world. We're going to give all 3 of them to you on one night. In the first, history will be made and maybe concluded because one of the greatest rivalries in all of pro wrestling history is going to be settled after about 25 years of battling back and forth from Texas to Memphis, all around the country and beyond. 2 Hall of Famers, Jerry the King Lawler and Terry Funk, will go at it one last time. Head to head, no holds barred. Anything goes, and these 2 are going to have the opportunity to do anything they want to one another to see who can finally come out the victor in this decades-old war. Now, we know that these 2 have battled in some of the most violent matches ever, including the historic empty arena match back in the 80s, a match that's still talked about today. And I've got a feeling that it's going to get even more out of control in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. We got some comments recently from the King himself as these men prepare for this battle. Let's go to Jerry Lawler right now.
This is Jerry the King Lawler. That's right, WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. And I'm going to be in Poughkeepsie, New York, October 1st for a very special rendezvous or date or, well, an appointment, if you will. And I can assure you that after that night, that date and that place is going to live in infamy. You know what infamy is, of course. That's something that becomes famous for being bad or tragic. And I can assure you that October 1st, Poughkeepsie, New York is going to be tragic if you're a Terry Funk fan. And it's going to be even more tragic if you're Terry Funk. Because on that night, Jerry the King Lawler and Terry Funk are going to go one-on-one one last time. No holds barred. That means anything goes, baby. Anything goes from the nose to the toes. And if you know me and if you know Terry Funk, you know that we can get pretty creative. In a no holds barred match, Terry Funk, I'm sure you're thinking right now, you're sitting down there in Amarillo, Texas, probably shoveling up horse manure on your ranch, thinking, no holds barred, man, that's right down my alley. Well, let me tell you something, Terry Funk. If you remember the match that you and I had down in Memphis, Tennessee, the one that you asked for, that empty arena match where you said, I wouldn't have the fans behind me, I wouldn't have the referee in my pocket, I wouldn't have everybody in Memphis in my favor in that match. So you asked for an empty arena match and nobody showed up, but you and I in that Coliseum, and we had a match, and somehow a piece of wood got stuck in one of your eyes, courtesy of the King. The last thing as I was walking out of that Coliseum was Terry Funk, bring me my eye, with blood streaming down his hand and his face. Well, Terry Funk, that is nothing compared to what you're going to witness and suffer October 1st in Poughkeepsie, New York, because I am sick and tired of you running your mouth about how you've been chasing me all over the country, all over the world, and that I've been running and hiding from you. Well, that time and those talk is over. October 1st, you and I, Terry Funk, one last time. And that's the way it should be. No holds barred, where there can only be no excuses, no alibis, no whining, no crying, just one man left standing. I'm going to tell you something. You're looking at that man right now.
All right, folks, you heard it from the King. This is going to be an intense, possibly violent classic as these 2 Hall of Famers look to settle the score, settle their war once and for all. If you're any kind of a wrestling fan, you owe it to yourself to be in Poughkeepsie, New York, Mid-Hudson Civic Center to see Funk Lawler, no holds barred, one final time. Now, One more main event that we have announced for that night, the Northeast Wrestling Championship will be on the line when the man who won the gold in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center back at WrestleFest 14, talking about Matt Taven. He steps into the ring on that night to defend his gold against New York's own innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. Now, we know that last time Matt Taven was forced into a situation in which he had to defend the gold against a hometown favorite. He didn't react very well. He wasn't exactly on his best behavior. So the question is, what's going to happen when he steps in the ring against the veteran, the man who's had so many historic moments right there in Poughkeepsie, and of course, a man who the fans love even more so in New York. This one could certainly be electric, and of course, the championship will be on the line. Let's go now to some comments from the challenger, Tommy Dreamer.
There seems to be a lot of disrespect in the wrestling industry going on right now. Matt Taven, you're one of those guys who forgets about the guys who opened the doors and paved the way for people like you to be in this great business. And Taven, you're in my house, Poughkeepsie, New York, at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, where I have been lit on fire, thrown in barbed wire, and done things to my body that no man would ever want to do. And you want to disrespect me? October 1st, you are going to lose your title. And you are going to be able to say that not only did I lose my title, but I was in a war with Tommy Dreamer.
WPDH and Collectors Realm present Northeast Wrestling Live, Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, Saturday, October 1st. Come see Kevin Nash, Poughkeepsie's own Hale Collins, and Vic Delicious battle with special guest referee Bret Hitman Hart. Terry Funk takes on Jerry the King Lawler, Mickey James, Tommy Dreamer, Finlay, Poughkeepsie's Diablo Santiago, and more. Autographs with all the stars at 5 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at northeastwrestling.com, Collectors Realm, Raymond Avenue, or the Civic Center box office. See the Hitman and Kevin Nash live at Poughkeepsie, Saturday, October 1st.